So this is the axle. Before we get into drawing, let's take a look at the plan. So it looks like from the plan here, from the outer edge to the other side of the axle, it's 2 1/4. So because this part is a 1/4 inch big, then this part has got to be an inch, 2 inches. We're going to draw just half of it and do the mirror so that we only have to do one side and then we'll reflect it. So that'll work really, really well. The other part that we need to know is the radius of the axle. It looks like it's 1/8 of an inch for the radius, which if we times that by 2, that becomes a 1/4 inch. That's 0.25. Okay, so we have those things in our mind. We also need to know that the size of this square right here is 1.77. So remember, if you forget these, always refer back to the drawing that's part of your assignment. All right, so I'll go ahead and drop out of this view and open up our fresh document for Fusion. Just like before, we're going to make sure this is in our folder. As you can see, we've done all these parts so far. Um, and we're just going to now create the sketch from the front view. And we'll start with the diameter of 0.25. I know that's really tiny. We'll make it bigger so you can see it. Go ahead and finish the sketch. Click on home view so we can see it work. Do extrude to 1 inch. Okay, now we need to draw a box from this face. So we'll go ahead and do create sketch. Be sure to choose this edge or this face, not the axis. Do you see based on the shading where that is? We just need to make sure that we click over here on the circle, not on this square. Excellent. Now you may not have the center rectangle showing on your menu. So if you click on the menu title, create, come to rectangle, choose center rectangle. Then we'll click on the middle here and just move the mouse. I'm not dragging it. This is just moving it in the right direction. And then we'll type in the keyboard 0.177 in both fields. So we use tab to move to the next field, 0.177. You won't be able to just drag and get it exactly right. So you've got to type these in. All right, now we'll go ahead and finish this sketch and we'll extrude this square out a 1/4 inch. That's 0.25. All right, now we're going to put the star on the face here. Just a word about the star real quick. I have a 5-pointed star. That's the one I'll show you how to do. You are welcome to do something larger or, like a 6-pointed star. That would actually be a smoother star if the train was rolling down the track. Um, it's your choice. You do need to do some feature that's extruded on this piece though. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead and do the create sketch. We're going to use this face right here. Okay, and under create, there's one that's called polygon. Use the one that says inscribed polygon. This means that it will be inside of a circle. So we choose the center origin here like this, and you notice that right now it's a 6-pointed star. If we wanted to, we could just go up here and just make sure that all points of the star are inside of the box. But I want to do a 5-pointed, so I push tab, choose 5, and then I'm going to adjust this so that it fills the box the best I can without it going outside of the square. It looks like the top will be just fine. Okay, now let's zoom in a little bit, and using the line tool, remember we can push L on the keyboard, and we're going to draw lines from each vertex into the center like this. We'll also draw to each point. So each point should have 3 lines coming to it. Let's see, that one didn't work. Let's do, oh yes, this one here. So each point should have 3 coming to it. Excellent. Now using the trim tool, we'll go ahead and get rid of the outside uh, shape. And then we're going to clean up these on the inside so we only have the lines that go to the center. Oops, I did too much here, so I'm going to undo a little bit. I got one too far. There we go. Just those. Okay, so we have this space here. You know what? We're going to try something different. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to erase it. So we're just going to erase everything in the middle. So we have the outside. I want to try this and see if it works. I think it will. Okay, so we'll go ahead and finish the sketch. And now we need to have the star from our plan. Looks like it comes out 500th of an inch. And so we need to construct a plane that's just a little bit over top of this, similar to what we haven't done that yet. So this is the first time we're doing it. This is cool. So under this menu called Construct, there's one that says Offset Plane. We want to click on this face right here, and we want to offset it by 0.05. Now we're going to draw on that plane we just constructed. So I want to select the plane we just made. And we're going to, under Create, there's one that we've been using a little bit. It's called Point. We're going to place a point directly over the origin. Then finish the sketch. Now, as you can see, when we drag this around, we can see that that is hovering over top. And I want to kind of be in a spot where I can see it. Now, this cool tool under Create is called Loft. And what we'll do is we'll choose the bottom part and then the top part. So we're going to loft it from the star to the point. Then click OK. And you'll see that it made a really cool star. Now, one thing that we need to notice, I'm going to double click back on history. And do you see where it says join? If I leave it alone, then if I come back to try and do like the sample where I have a gold star on a black axle, it makes it a little bit more challenging. So right now, if I make this a new body instead, it doesn't look like it really changed anything. But when we add color, so I'm going to go ahead and add color to the axle, choosing appearance. And for my purpose here, I think I'll just do, I think I'll do a smooth coated, let's go with white. Oh, I haven't downloaded it yet. And then I'm going to make the star a smooth coated black, like this. Okay. Now, as we work through it, we've got this shape here. It's 1/2 of the axle. We're going to quickly make the other half by choosing Create, just like, well, we'll be doing it again later. I've done so many. Click on Mirror, and we want to choose all of the bodies, so this part and the star here. Now we're going to click on Select Mirror Plane, come to the other side like this, and click on the other part of the axle. This time we do want to join it. We want it to make it one piece. And there we have it. Okay, we'll go ahead and save this thing. This is part number 08, and this is the axle. And I'm just putting winner 26. Okay, so for the multi-view drawing, again, we'll use our title block. It's kind of hard to show detail on this one and have it really show anything. So I'm going to make it larger. I'm going to go like 3 times larger. Maybe 4 times larger. There we go. That looks pretty good. I could probably even do maybe 5 times larger. There we go. Okay, so I did 5 times larger. The problem is when I do the projected view, it's so big that it kind of fills the space, but I want it that large so that it it gives me the details so that I can draw these real well. So now we've showed you this before. Under Edit View, we can change the scale of this one, and that doesn't matter to me too much, and we want to make it solid. The reason why it doesn't matter to me on the model view is because we're not going to measure from the model view to find out how big the piece is. But on the others, we need it to scale. And we'll have to make sure we change this guy back where it says 5:1 scale. Just make sure that sticks right. Okay, now here's what we're going to use. It's called a break view. And so we're going to click on this shape. Then this is really approximation. I just want to go so it's fairly similar, both sides like this. And it looks like my gap is going to be fairly small. I've selected everything here. Click OK, and it makes it smaller. You see, so that I can see the whole shape. And it has, if we look a little closer, we can see these little break views that shows that this thing has been broken, and it just continues on. So it allows us to do larger shapes in smaller space. We'll do this one too. Do a break view here. Choose this shape. Go about here. I'm going to have to scroll way up here, find it. That's good. Like that. Click OK. And now I can move it up out of the way. Like that. I don't know why that's doing that, but go ahead and get rid of the center line. That's fine. Okay. And so now we have it. It's all lined out. And then we can do the dimensions. So as you prepare the dimensions for this part, make sure you give me at least as detailed of dimensions as I have shown you in the example. Okay, that should be it. Enjoy your work.